Alright, so just want to remind you one thing we talked about last night. The best thing to do, especially when you have any trouble getting something up to speed, go up by increments of 5. So, especially with you having 4 things, you may want to spend like maybe the first 2-3 days foregoing the repeats and just run through it straight. So this way you can go up by 5s on things. Another thing you can do is maybe go up by 10s for like 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and then once you hit 100, go up 105, 110, 115, 120. So when we get to pure, and we have done that a little bit. So yeah, like the pure speed-based stuff, where the goal is to get as fast as you possibly can at something. It's always going to be no more than 5 beat per minute increments. The rhythm stuff here is not, I don't view it quite the same as building up pure speed. So a little bit of wiggle room with this. You do got to keep your time in mind here. So it really depends on how much time you got to invest in it. I don't want you having to spend too much time. If like it's going like past half an hour to get everything worked on, then you might want to think about how to maybe they go it up by 10s on some things for some speeds instead of always up by 5. But eventually at the end of the week, hopefully things are going much smoother. Then you can go like 60, 80, and then maybe 90, 100, and then 105, 110, so on like that. So just use your judgment on if you're having a tough time with a particular rhythm. Start slowing down how fast you're increasing the metronome. And anytime you need some suggestions, if you're stuck on how to approach something, just let me know. Alright, so let's demo number 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, and 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 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 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 and done. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 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 and done. All right, comes number 2. $60. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 done. 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3, and 3, and 3, and 3, 4, 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 and done. And I just remembered I have not checked in with you on where you're at with the scales. So hopefully next week I remember to ask you, where are you at in them scales? Alright, 120, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3, and 3, 4, 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 and done. That's right. Just remembered another thing talked about, and that is think about performing your upstrokes a little bit faster. If it seems like you're getting off tempo, off the beat, then start doing your upstrokes a little bit faster and see if that corrects things again. 60 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 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 4, and 4, 1 and 4, done. 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 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 4, done. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and what the heck am I playing? Take 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 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 4, done. Number 4. One, 2, 3, 4, and 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 4, done. 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 4, done. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 4, done. Okay. Then with the minor scale, or the minor chord stuff. So the formula being the 1, flat, 3, and 5. So I'm going to use a C minor chord as an example. So you're still going to start with the major scale. What you're going to do is you count, you got your 1, you write that down, and you go 1, 2, 3, which is an E, and then you're going to flat it. I think it's very important at first that you always go up 1, 2, 3, just like in the major scale, and then flat it. So basically, like, identify what the third interval is, in this case E, and you flat it. So the flat third interval of a C is an E flat. Then you write down your E flat, and then you just go back to counting up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you got your G again. So yeah, you go up 1, 2, 3, and then you flat it, lower it down a half step. So yeah, go up to the third interval, identify what the third interval is, and then flat that. So the reason I find it, I think it's better to do that, always go up like the major scale and then flat it, is because a lot of times when people would just go up to the flat third, sometimes they would like, oh yeah, that's right, I need to make it a flat third, and then they flat the flat third, which should actually make it the second interval. So yeah, go up all 1, 2, 3, flat that, write down that note, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then write that down. Yeah, do as many as you feel comfortable with. And if any questions come up, let me know. I'll see you again Thursday.